Most people think you need a six-figure income or an inheritance to reach financial independence. But that's just not true. In this financial independence case study, we're breaking down exactly how a real family with average jobs and 3 kids built a $1 million net worth by 35. You'll see every decision, mistake, and turning point that got us there. This is a financial independence case study, our real timeline from age 20 to 35. We're walking you through how 2 regular Midwest kids, no fancy degrees, no massive inheritance, built a 7-figure net worth while raising 3 kids, working normal jobs, and figuring it out as we went. We'll show you our income growth, savings rates, net worth milestones, and the key decisions that changed everything. Plus, the mistakes we'd never repeat. And if you ever wondered how to get financial independence when you're not starting rich, this video will show you exactly what that looked like for us, step by step. So here's the deal. This video stands on its own, but it's part of our FIRE Movement Journey series, where we share exactly how we're working towards financial independence as a family. Last time, we shared how we discovered the FIRE movement. FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. We started designing our life with more intention. But now, let's get into what everyone really wants to see. The numbers behind it, how we got to hitting 1 million by 35. We started with almost nothing, but built habits early. In our early 20s, Mr. M and I were just figuring out adulthood. We both went to technical colleges, a super affordable choice compared to traditional universities. Mr. M started his engineering career around 21. Both of our parents helped with school costs, so he graduated debt-free. I had about $5,000 in student loans and another small car loan for another $5,000. I paid that off within a couple of years. Before we got married, Mr. M had already bought a home with a friend. He later sold that house and bought another house in 2009 with a mortgage of $100,000, right after the housing crash, which was perfect timing. He locked in a mortgage rate around 5% for a 30-year loan. That became one of the best early financial moves for us. Here's what our finances looked like from ages 20 to 25, spanning from 2007 to 2012. In 2007, we were just getting started. Our combined income was only $19,000. We contributed almost nothing to retirement, just around $100 into a 401k. We didn't put anything into Roth IRAs, nothing into HSAs, and our net worth was basically zero. Our savings rate was only about 0.5%. We were barely saving anything. This was our financial baseline, our level 1 starting point. By 2009, our combined income had doubled to $40,000. Even though we were earning more, we still weren't contributing anything to a 401k. We also weren't putting money into Roth IRAs or HSAs yet. Our net worth, however, had grown to about $55,000, mostly due to the home purchase. Even with that progress, our savings rate was technically zero because we weren't investing. Everything was just sitting in savings. This year shows that earning more doesn't automatically mean you're building wealth the right way. During this time, we didn't really have a plan. Mr. M was contributing a bit to his 401k and getting a small employer match, but I hadn't started retirement saving yet. By age 25, our numbers looked a little different. In 2012, our combined income had grown to about $72,000. We finally started contributing to retirement. We put $7,000 into a 401k that year. We still weren't contributing anything to a Roth IRA or HSA yet, and our net worth increased to about $132,000. Our savings rate was just under 10%, which was a big improvement from our early years, but still far from where it needed to be. Coming into our marriage, we were both naturally frugal and both liked to save. We were doing okay, but not really living or saving intentionally. A lesson to take away from these years would be to start saving something, even if it's $50 a month. That tiny habit builds confidence and momentum. Some things we'd do differently: we'd be more aggressive with our 401k. We'd start our Roth IRAs immediately instead of waiting. We'd track our net worth from day one. Even though we didn't live beyond our means, I wish we made a clear plan early on. In reality, during this phase in our lives, we didn't have a large income and there wasn't a lot to trim off. We could have gone more extreme with our savings, but I think that really would have drastically changed how we lived. By 2012, we were married. I went back to technical college for a career change while working. And since tech schools are affordable, I paid tuition out of pocket, which resulted in no new loans. We resisted lifestyle creep. No car upgrades, no big moves. Our parents each gave us $5,000 towards our wedding, and I budgeted everything so tightly that our total cost was around $11,000 to $12,000. That meant we only paid about $1,000 to $2,000 out of pocket, while the average wedding that year cost about $28,000. I moved into the home Mr. M had purchased, and we started our marriage with stability, but not much strategy. In 2013, our combined income dipped slightly to about $68,000. We continued increasing our retirement focus and contributed $10,000 to our 401k. We still weren't contributing to a Roth IRA or HSA yet. Our net worth grew to around $147K. Our savings rate improved again, reaching 15%, our highest up to this point. This year shows that even when income goes down, keeping your savings consistent makes a big difference. By 28, we had our first baby, and we were starting to learn about the FIRE movement investment strategy. Finding the FIRE community changed how we saw money and how we thought about time. By 2016, our combined income had grown to about $85,000. We were contributing $15,000 to our 401k. This was the first year we added Roth IRA contributions. We also started using our HSA and contributed the full amount. Our net worth had climbed to around $311,000. Our savings rate hit 32%, which was a major milestone for us and a huge shift compared to our early 20s. This was the year we finally started behaving like people who wanted financial independence. Our income wasn't crazy, but our savings discipline was. During this stage, we started consistent savings. We began reading personal finance content and set our first real money goals. Direction matters more than speed early on. Even small steps towards a goal compound over time. Some things we wish we would have done differently during this time. We wish we would have focused on increasing our income sooner, either by taking on extra hours or starting a side hustle before having kids. Looking back, we didn't realize how much free time we actually had in our 20s. We could have used that time to build skills or create an extra income stream. Now, with 3 kids, finding that kind of time feels nearly impossible. We also wish we would have automated our savings and opened a high-yield savings account earlier. After we discovered the FI movement, everything changed. Baby number 2 came along, and time became the most valuable thing we could own. Our why became crystal clear: freedom and family. I finished my bachelor's degree affordably by transferring credits from my technical college degree, paying as I went and avoiding student loans. We replaced cars with used vehicles. I was working about 24 hours a week, mostly nights and weekends, to save on daycare costs, and our parents helped with childcare too. We started tracking our spending more, net worth, and goals. By this point, one of our 401k was maxed yearly, and we'd opened Roth IRAs for both of us. In 2017, our combined income increased to about $95,000. We contributed $19,000 to our 401k. We maxed one Roth IRA again. We maxed our HSA, keeping that tax advantage bucket growing. Our net worth rose to $383,000. Our savings rate hit 34%. This year was all about consistency. Steady income growth and steady investing added up quickly. From 2016 on, Mr. M was maxing out his Roth IRA. I started maxing mine out from 2019 on. In 2016, we started fully funding our HSA and using it as a retirement account. More on that later in an upcoming video. From 2016 on, our HSAs were being fully funded. By 2019, our combined income had grown to about $104,000. We contributed $25,000 to our 401k, which was our highest 401k contribution so far. We maxed out both of our Roth IRAs that year. We also added $7,000 to our HSA. Our net worth crossed the $500,000 mark. Our savings rate jumped to 43%, showing how much our habits and priorities had evolved. This was the year that our compounding, consistency, and higher contributions really started to show up in our net worth. Some things we wish we'd done differently: use our HSA as a stealth retirement account sooner, tighten our budget a bit more. This was a turning point where the financial independence, retire early mindset really clicked for us. By now, we were a family of 5. balancing extra costs as a family, work, and growing investments. I reached the 401k max a couple of years, and Mr. M continued maxing his 401k. Roth IRAs and HSAs were maxed yearly. Despite raises, we did our best to keep our lifestyle flat. Compound growth started doing the heavy lifting. Our money was finally working harder than we were. In 2021, our combined income jumped to about $149,000. We contributed $39,000 to our 401k accounts, our largest contribution so far. We maxed out both Roth IRAs again, and we maxed out our HSA. Our net worth grew to around $753,000, and our savings rate was about 39%. What we do differently? Open a savings account and college savings account for our kids sooner. We now automate $50 a month per kid that goes into their college savings plan. We'd build a taxable brokerage account sooner for flexibility. This was the milestone year, hitting a net worth of $1 million. During this stage, we started making a little extra income flipping and reselling items. This brings in an extra several $1,000s a year. I took time off to be with the kids and picked up part-time work here and there. We also tackled a home improvement project that increased our mortgage to $144,000, and we refinanced to a 15-year loan at 2.625%. We received a small $10,000 inheritance from a family member. By 35, things finally felt intentional. We weren't just saving, we had a real plan. Here's a breakdown of what things looked like that year. In 2023, our combined income was about $140,000. We contributed $38,000 to our 401ks. We put in $13,000 into our Roth IRAs, and we also contributed $8,000 to our HSA. This was the year we officially crossed $1 million net worth. Our savings rate was 41%, meaning we were saving almost half of everything we earned. This year shows how consistency pays off. Nothing dramatic changed, just years of steady investing stacking up. Here's what our savings looked like at 35. $514K in our 401k, $105K in our Roth IRAs, $55K in our HSA, $306K in our home equity. Our high yield savings account had $15K, and our cash savings was about $35K. This was when I realized that FIRE isn't just about quitting work, it's about having choices. We were spending less, enjoying more, and finally pulling in the same direction. We cut out the noise, eating out less than 10 times a year, keeping vacations low cost but meaningful, and driving our cars for as long as they run. A lesson to take away from this stage: you don't need a massive income. You need consistency, teamwork, and time. Looking back, having a spouse who shares the same financial goals has been one of our biggest reasons we've made it this far. We both love saving. Sure, we still debate over little things like whether organic eggs are worth the price, but for the most part, we're aligned, and that teamwork has been everything. We still don't do everything by the book, like getting a large tax refund, but we use it to fund our Roth IRA in the spring. So this chart shows our entire wealth building journey from the time we started with practically nothing. Every bar represents a year, and every color shows a different part of our net worth. Our 401ks, Roth IRAs, HSAs, cash savings, and home equity. What I love about this visual is that it makes something really clear. We didn't jump to $1 million overnight. For years, the bars were barely off the ground. But we kept contributing consistently, even when the amounts felt small. Then, as our income grew and compound growth kicked in, you can literally see the acceleration. Our 401k became the biggest driver. Our Roth IRAs added steady, tax-free growth, and our home equity played a large role once we bought. By 2023, all of those small decisions stacked on top of each other. And that's what pushed us past the 7-figure mark. This chart is the perfect reminder that wealth builds slowly until it builds quickly. Now here's where you get to learn from our mistakes. Here are some things we'd change if we could start over. We'd start our Roth IRAs and HSAs earlier. We'd track our net worth from day one. We'd focus more on income growth, not just frugality. We'd build a taxable account sooner, and we'd get clear on our why earlier. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. The FIRE movement rewards persistence more than perfection. Our goal now is to reach Coast-Fire by 45, where our investments will grow to full retirement value even if we stop contributing. Our next target, $2 million net worth by 40. Our end goal, $3 million net worth by 45. We'll break down that number in an upcoming video, so stick around. Between 38 and 45, we'll keep investing, maybe add real estate or a side hustle. Life after fire might look like part-time work, more family travel, just more balance. Now, if you're watching this thinking, that's great for them, but I could never do that. Trust me, you can. Here's exactly where to start. 1. Know your why. What does financial freedom actually mean to you? More time, less stress, flexibility? Track your net worth. You can't grow what you don't measure. Automate your savings and investing. Decide on a percentage, 20, 30%, whatever. Just make it automatic. Keep investing simple. Revisit your plan yearly. Life changes, adjust your strategy, not your goal. And finally, don't compare. Your timeline isn't ours. Financial independence isn't a race, it's a lifestyle shift. And remember, we didn't get here fast, and we didn't really start all that early. We were late bloomers compared to others starting in their early 20s, saving 70%. But we analyzed our life and what we really wanted and made adjustments as we went. We continued to reevaluate what's important and what we want to be spending our money on. Now, we want to be transparent. We had a few advantages through all of this. We bought a home after the 2008 crash. Our parents helped with college and wedding costs. The stock market was mostly kind to us, and living in the Midwest kept our expenses low. So yes, we had some tailwinds, but the core of our success came from habits, patience, and teamwork. So that's our full financial independence case study, our real numbers from age 20 to 35. We're sharing this to give financial freedom motivation to anyone wondering if this is possible for them. If you take anything from this video, let it be this. You don't need a high income or a perfect plan. You just need time, discipline, and a clear reason why you're doing it. Drop a comment below and tell us your age and your FIRE goal. We'd love to see where you're starting from. Next time, we'll break down how we calculated our exact financial independence number and how you can figure out yours. From zero net worth to 1 million in 15 years. This is proof that ordinary families can build extraordinary freedom.